Hello YouTube, this is Viewer Target and yes, it is pretty late today. It's almost 10 p.m. here in Florida time, but this is the last deck profile I was going to do, and it's my Chronofang deck. So to start off, I play two TikTok workers. This card is really good for GP1, so if you have your rear guard already attacked one, put this into soul, and you time leap it. Really great. You can pull off combos with this starter. So once the new clan booster comes out, I might replace one for the tie guard because they might ban TikTok worker as a starter. So now for my grade 3s, I play 4 Chronofang Tigers. It's simple as that. GB2 skill is similar to Blast of Dark Diablo, but instead you stride, you bind them instead of putting him in the grave, and you stride over. But once he's on Vanguard, you can bind something and put a card from your opponent's field to the deck and shuffle, and you have to search for a grade -2, downgrading it to two levels. And there are no -2s, so they put their way to starter. Gone. Then I play 3 Gear Eagles just for Chronos Command if I ever get to that point. But at the same time, I don't ride onto him unless he's only grade 3 I have on my hand. I would ride him over Square 1 Dragon, which I'll explain in a bit. But it's really good because it's good for when you have Chronos Command on him. You can search the top 10, get a unit that has Time Leap, and put in your hand, the rest shuffle back. So it kind of just stands out like trying to find those with Time Leap in their skill name. Then Square 1 Dragon, really interesting card because it can, once you Time Leap into him and it's placed on rear guards, you use Soul Blast 1, it becomes a grade 0, which is absolutely amazing. And like once you end the turn, you can soul charge 1. It's very useful to have him, but only is good with 1. So that's my grade 3s. Now my grade 2s, I play 4. Sorry, I just saw JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Yes, 4 Steam Knight Mudar, or just but anyways. So Mudar, his axe skill is you bind this card when you Soul Blast 1, and if you was binded, call it to rear guard, it becomes an 11k. And if it hits something, it's a GB1 skill. If it hits, you can soul charge 1 and time leap a unit. And you have to bind him, soul charge 1, time leap a unit. Really good, gets your combos off. Like say you play you're playing Mellum, you use your skill, it's gone, you got a grade 0, which is the stand trigger Urwater. You can, and if he hits, time leap Urwater, get Mellum back. There's great combos you can do with this card. So 4 Mudars. Next 3 upstreams. This card is super good to play because 1, it's a grade 2 version of Mellum. Basically becomes a 13k attacker when it's a rear guard. Plus it works well with TikTok worker. That's the same with Mellum, but I'll get to that. So with TikTok worker, if he attacks, you can use TikTok worker, time leap him, he will still get his skill off, and not only will you get a grade 3, but you get a grade 1 that's rested because of Upstream Dragon's skill. And TikTok worker, time leaped him, you can come back and everything. So this is good for combos as well. Then next, I play 2 Calibums because just get rid of that one, let's say any of those units that are very annoying, like Laurel for D Police. When he comes out, you spin hit 1 of your opponent's rear guards and they search for a grade 1 less. So Caliban, and it's not even a GB skill. That's even amazing. Well, it can only be used as a rear guard. Then finally, 2 History Maker dragons, because I used to try 4, but it just was clunky and didn't help much. So I bumped it down to 2, and it's a lot faster. So yeah, you just GB1 skill, you counter +1, choose a unit from your field, time leap it, and yeah. So it's like you already have an point. You use one of your rear guards that you attacked with, then you can, when you attack with him, counter +1, time leap the one that you already attacked with, get a high grade higher, and keep going with more attacks. Really good card to play. So that's my grade 2s. Now onto my grade 1s. I play 3 Melums. I think 3 is really good instead of 4 because I only have 3, but I don't mind because I think it's better this way because 1, you don't need 4 honestly, and 2, her skill is really good that she gains 4k. She's just basic, like I said, she's a grade 1 version of Upstream Dragon, and you can gain combos out of it, and plus it works with TikTok Worker too, so yeah, so you could somewhat create a loop with her. If I say you could, I'm not sure how, but I have to look up in the combos, try to get the setup, everything. I probably will explain it along the way, but still, she's worth the 15-20 bucks I think she goes for now. I play 3 Parallel Barrel Dragons. Yeah, Parallel Barrel basically can become 11k boosted when he's binded if you rest the unit. So really good. It's good when you put it behind, boost it behind Mud Art. If you use the skill, so you get a 22k boost. I played 2 Quintet Walls and Emilianas. This card is super helpful with recycling because the fact that once it's in a guard, you guarded enough, you get to bind one of the cards in the drop zone, and you get to return 2 cards back. You can even, it says any card, even including herself. So Emiliana is really good, but I probably wouldn't bring it back. Just probably use that skill and that's it. Then 2 regular perfect guards, not Arlem. Next, 2 Stride Enablers. You don't need 3 or 4 because this does not search out Chronofang, unfortunately. This is only for Chrono Jet, but it's helpful though to Stride. And there's a tech 1 TikTok Worker, Tick Away Dragon. Why I say TikTok Worker? Tick Away Dragon because it's good for this recycling, and it's also a GB1. So too bad it's a GB1 skill, but the recycling is very helpful because every time you time leap something, put a card from your drop zone into the bottom of the deck. So this helps with recycling triggers or units or grade 1 or 2 units that you really need, like Upstreams and Melums. And yeah, good to play my opinion, Tick Away Dragon's really good. That's my grade 1s. Now my grade 0. Sorry I'm rushing through this because there's a UFC fight that's going to happen at 11 and I want to get this done. And I also want to post as much videos as I can because tomorrow and on I'm just going to be studying. I won't be making a lot of videos. So for my triggers, I play 7 critical triggers, 3 Urwater stand triggers. This card is bonkers because 1, you time leap him. So if he was binded from the field if he's on the field and gets to the bind zone, you can put him in the bottom of the deck, draw 2 cards, and put 1 card from your hand back to the deck. Good for recycling. Very good for recycling. And great for combos as well. Oh, sorry. Then 2 draw triggers. And plus it has soul to build. And 4 heals. Okay. So that's my main deck. Now onto my extra deck. I play 4 Bind Time Dragons. This card is nuts, but to a certain extent, because the downside is if you perfect guard it, you can't do much. It's just like a vanilla just a vanilla 36k with a crit if it gets perfect guarding. But the good thing is if you ride it on top of Gear Eagle or Chronofang, because they're both Gear Beasts, you can counter charge 2 and soul charge 2. So basically, you get refunded the cost you pay. So this is very useful. So this is a good stride to play. It's a really great stride. Don't get me wrong. Just we had to wait for the clan booster. Next, 3 warp drive dragons. Simple, just time leaps as many of your units by the number of warp drives, and then you just put, and your opponent get to put away one of your opponent's rear guards by the number of him that's face up, and they shuffle their deck. Sorry about that. So this helps with the like you can set up Chronos Command Revolution plays, because you stride into inverse, flip a Chronos Command, the regular one, and then if you play him and then just flip into him, another one of him, you get to time leap 2 of your units and spin their grade 2 or lower. So 3 is good. You don't need to play 4. If you're playing Chrono Jet, you should probably play 4. Next, I play 2 Chronos Command Revolutions because hold on. Crap, I got 5% battery. So I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. So yeah, just 1 counterblast, flip, persona flip, and if you have revolution, 2 of your units can stay. The rest of your opponent gets it back. Gets the whole rear guards going. Next, 1 regular Chronos Command. Just cost is somewhat heavy, but he has to hit. That's fine. If you write it onto him with Gear Eagle, you get to find time leap easily. But he's mostly for target cost for my warp drives. Then next, 2 Ragnar clocks, because cost is not bad. You just kind of one persona flip, and he gains an extra crit if the G zone's 2 or more, and someone has a guard restrict. Your opponent cannot guard with grade 0s. So this is good for like a finisher, or like to stop your opponents if your opponents drew like a lot of triggers. Then last but not least, 4 G guards, 3 Ulurus, 1 Rafana. So they're Ulurus for recycling your drop zone back in your deck, Rafana just for the extra 10k. So this was my Chronofang deck profile. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content of Vanguard or anything else. I will make some videos 2 weeks after I'm done with my midterm. So this is B-Boy Torg 1990 saying deuces.